Hello students, today we are going to look at word problems of fractions. But before we look at that, let us first review what we have looked at already. Remember, we looked at addition and subtraction of fractions. For example, if we have a half plus a quarter, or you can say 1 out of 2 plus 1 out of 4. For that case, we know that to add fractions, the denominators must be the same. For this case, you can see we have got 2 and here we have got 4. So the denominators are not same. So to make them the same, we can say times 2 and times 2, such that we get 1 times 2 equals 2, 2 times 2 equals 4, then plus 1 out of 4. So that you can see that this is 4 and this is 4. Now we can have 4 and then we have 2 plus 1. 2 plus 1 and the answer becomes 3 out of 4. So you remember that is what we looked at already. And we also looked at subtraction. For example, 3 out of 4 minus 1 out of 2. For that case, we can also multiply 2 times 2 and here 2 times 2 and we get 3 out of 4 minus 1 times 2 equals 2 out of 2 times 2 equals 4. Now we can have 4 and here we'll get 3 minus 2, which is equal to 1 out of 4. So this is what we looked at already. Let us now look at word problems of fractions. Example 1. John ate 4 out of 5 of pizza. John ate 1 out of 2 of the same pizza. How much more pizza did John eat than John? So we can say that actually John ate 4 out of 5. So this means that this is 4 out of 5. Then John ate a half. John ate a half. 1 out of 2. Now we need to know how much more pizza. This pizza. How much more pizza did John eat than John? We need to know what is this. Okay? So you can see that we will have to get 4 out of 5 minus 1 out of 2. But you can see that the denominators are not same. So we can say times 2 and times 2. This will be 10. Here times 5 and here times 5. Such that we get 4 times 2, we get 8. 5 times 2, we get 10 minus 1 times 5, we get 5. 2 times 5, we get 10. So you can see that the denominators are now same. So we get 8 minus 5 out of 10, and this is equal to 3 out of 10. So it means that John ate 3 out of 10 more pizza than John. Example number 2. A container has 2 and 1 out of 3 liters of water. 1 and 2 out of 3 liters of water is needed to fill it to full capacity. What is the capacity of the container? Now, student, assume that this is our container. This part is 2 and 1 out of 3 liters. This is water. Okay? But we need this part, which is 1 and 2 out of 3 liters, to make sure that the whole container is full. So, altogether, how many liters of water can make this container full? Okay? So to do that, we get this part plus this part. So this means that we will get 2 and a third plus 1 and 2/3. Okay? Such that we will get 2 plus 1 plus 1 out of 3 plus 2 out of 3. You see? We bring these 2 here, we bring this one here, we bring this a third here, and we bring 2/3 here. Such that we get 2 plus 1 is equal to 3, and since you can see that the denominators are the same, we will simply get 1 plus 2 out of 3, such that we get 3 plus 3 out of 3. But 3 out of 3 is the same as 1. So we get 3 plus 1. Altogether, we get 4. So the whole capacity of the container is 4 liters. Let us move on with example number 3. Pole A is 2 and 3 out of 4 meters tall. Pole B is 1 out of 8 meters taller than pole A. How tall is pole B? So student, look, we have 2 poles, A and B. So let us say that this is pole A. And pole A is 2 and 3 out of 4 meters tall. Then we have got pole B. Pole B is 1 out of 8 meters taller than pole B. So it implies that this part is 1 out of 8 meters. So we want to know, how tall is pole B? how tall is pole B? So, to know the height of pole B, we have to get the whole of this part. So we have to get 2 and 3 out of 4 plus 1 out of 8. So we get 2 plus 3 out of 4 plus 1 out of 8. So we can say times 2 and here times 2. And we get 2 plus 6 out of 8 plus 1 out of 8. So we get 2 plus 6 plus 1 out of 8 equals 2 plus 7 out of 8. And altogether we get 2 and 7 out of 8 meters. So it means that pole B equals 2 and 7 out of 8 meters tall. Okay? So for example number 4, we can see that Alex ran 2 and 7 out of 8 kilometers. Anna ran a quarter kilometers less than Alex. How far did Anna run? Okay, so we have got Alex and Anna. Alex ran 2 and 7 out of 8 kilometers. It means that from here up to here we have 2 and 7 out of 8. Then Anna ran a quarter kilometers less than Alex. So this part is the less part that Anna ran. So this is a quarter. So we need to know how far did Anna run. We need to know from here up to here. So we simply get this one minus this one. So we will get 2 and 7 out of 8 minus 1 out of 4. So we get 2 plus 7 out of 8 minus 1 out of 4. So we can get 4 times 2 and 1 times 2. And we get 2 plus 7 out of 8 minus 2 out of 8. So that we get 2 plus 8, then 7 minus 2. So we get 2 plus 5 out of 8. This is equal to 2 and 5 out of 8. So it means that Anna ran 2 and 5 out of 8 kilometers. I hope that you have really understood this lesson. So students, get to your textbook on page 64 to 65 and do the exercise about word problems involving fractions. Thank you so much. In the next lesson, we will look at decimals, and this will be on page 73. Thanks for watching and have a good day. Goodbye.